You're up.
All right.
And we got one viewer. We were up for 28 seconds.
Who's happening to us?
It's me. You guys were perfect the last few days, and I came back, and you guys everything's fucked. We set up park in front of Starbucks.
Yeah,
Just
that's not a bad idea.
abuse their
That's
Wi-Fi.
bad. But yeah, so.
But JFL, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with pre-selecting because you can still be talented enough to be chosen in that. You know what I mean? Like the hard work and ethic is still there for you to be on the festival.
They don't pre-select by finding people. They pre-select by agents calling in their people.
Yeah.
Right, but you can be talented enough to have an agent to call you in.
You can. The problem is they're missing anyone who doesn't. The other problem is, like Last Comic Standing showed us, and you know, it's funny, one of the most famous people from Last Comic Standing, if I'm correct, is Ralphie May.
Ralphie May was on it, yeah.
Ralphie May didn't win. He lost to Dat Fan. Dat Fan couldn't open for Ralphie May on the road. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like Dat Fan couldn't fucking ever do a Ralphie May crowd.
Dat Fan.
And so, like, Ralphie May is a beast on the stage. And so, he didn't win Last Comic Standing.
Yeah, what place did he get?
I don't remember. I don't remember if he was first, second, or whatever. But he didn't win.
Mm-hmm.
But out of all the comics that have ever been on it, he's the most successful.
Yeah.
Ralphie May
Mm-hmm.
and Eliza Schlesinger. Probably second. Or Alonzo Bodden, right?
Oh, Alonzo Bodden, but did he win?
I don't think so.
I don't think Alonzo won either.
No, but he's still incredible.
Oh, yeah, no, he's a great comic.
A lot of the winners in Last Comic Standing are kind of like your American Idol winners. Like they're just kind of forgotten about after their first recording, pretty much.
Yeah, when I did Last Comic Standing, my agent got me in. The second time I did it, or the first time, I don't remember.
Did it?
When I went and auditioned, my agent got me an audition. So I went and auditioned. And my initial audition was pretty good. My second one, I had bleached blonde hair and I pulled up on a Harley and I had a motorcycle helmet. My second one, are we frozen?
No, you're
No,
fine.
we're just-
People are
My second
tuning in.
one, though, my second audition sucked. It sucked ass. I sucked. I was doing horrible. And I go, you know what? I'm sorry, guys. This is horrible. They go, no, keep going.
Yeah.
And so I literally started to talk about how my car just got stolen. I didn't even have a car at the time. And I go, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't have a car. This is horrible. I'm done. And they're like, no, keep talking. Like, you rode in on a bike. Tell us about that. No, I'm
They
good.
were telling you topics.
Oh, yeah. And because
Like just impromptu.
they didn't want me, they weren't thinking this guy's the next brilliant comic. I sucked ass. They were thinking this Aryan-looking freak with bleached blonde hair who pulled up on a Harley with a Boy Scout, an authentic fucking 1960s Boy Scout jacket with patches. They were thinking, oh, this could be chaos in the house.
Yeah.
This could be craziness. This can create issues.
Let's make a monkey.
Let's
out of
get
it.
him in and, you know, something. But I realized then, and then when Drew Carey found out that, you know, it was fixed and that they already decided who gets to the finals, he bailed on him. So, like,
Oh yeah,
he was
because
smart to
he
do
was
that.
asked to be a judge, right?
he wouldn't do it because it's fixed.
Yeah.
I bet you that's why Jeselnik didn't like doing it either.
It's a garbage, you know, and so then you find out that, yeah, no, society is this. Here's what we're giving you. Pick what you want
Yeah.
from what we're going to offer you. You're not offered your choice of anything. You're not offered your free choice of what you really like. You're offered your choice of what you like of what we'll give in the media. And that's what it is. That's why Ashton Kutcher,
Jared Kushner.
No, Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, why would you
Has
break
a job.
Jared-
I was
Jared-
Yeah,
just kidding.
but that's why he has a job. That's why he kept working, because he was fucking everyone, and so he just kept working. He's a horrible actor. You know,
Yeah,
and it's like
yeah.
a lot of these people are horrible actors. They're horrible comics, but they keep going.
There's a Tamika.
Yes,
has
we
a
are,
question.
Chuck. We are. We call it a mobile studio because that's what it's being converted to. But yes, an RV, Chuck. Yeah.
But
Tamika,
Tamika has a question.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
she said, "This is for all three of us. Who was the most influential comic for us?
Lenny Bruce.
Like, who was the comic that inspired you to do
Lenny
comedy? Maniel? No, it's not Judd
Manny
Apatow.
L?
Maniel's
Manny
watching.
L was your inspiration.
No,
Fuck
but
yeah, go
he's
Manny.
said
Manny.
Judd Apatow for all three of us. Fuck you. No, Judd Apatow's a terrible comic. We got to know that.
I don't think I've ever heard him.
Bill Hicks for me.
Bill Hicks. Okay.
I liked Hicks a lot, but growing up was Steve Martin and
Okay.
no, really more than anything, Steve Martin. Did like Cosby a lot. Great storyteller.
Cosby
So-
was great. I saw Cosby live in Vegas when I was a kid,
Yeah.
and he was great. But Bill, goddamn it, Lenny Bruce. I read the book and saw the movie when I was a kid with Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
But I also read the book when I was a little kid.
Oh, such a great movie.
Great book, just a crazy life.
Yeah.
And I mean, just insane. And I loved the whole stench of his life, and I loved how he called out everyone. Which is, you know, it's funny because I do call out people all the time. What's funny is I call people out in a direct way. I call them out on stage, this and that, but I also call them out in a very direct way. I've been listening to a lot of music, older music, newer music. Been listening to a lot of older comics, newer comics, things like that. But older
Yeah.
comics, and like rap music. You're hearing a lot of raps. How they're talking about this dude sucked dick to get up. This dude was letting people fuck him in the ass. They're talking about all these people, and who they sucked off and who they. But they're doing this in song. But they're serious.
Yeah.
They're really calling people out, and they're calling each other out for the shit they do
Yeah.
in the song,
Yeah,
It's
diss tracks.
in the movie, in the jokes, in different things. They call people out, but they do it in an undercover way. To do it, and people think, oh, that's silly, you know. Like I always say, like when Eminem was talking about him and Dre fucking with hats off. Yes, you were. Yes, you goddamn were. Good of you to be honest. Yeah, you did it in a song, but yes, you were. You were doing all that shit. And so that's what I mean. So in this business, in comedy with the festivals, you get a pick from what they'll give you,
Yeah.
who you'll get. Then
Tamika, by the way,
Oh,
she
yeah.
said she says Bruce is a good choice, but she says you remind her more of Carlin, which is funny.
Oh, well, Carlin reminds me of Bruce.
Yeah,
but thank
right.
you, Tamika. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's why I say if you ever... Bruce was Carlin's inspiration.
Yeah.
And Pryor's.
That's why it's a funny comment.
Yeah, that's what
Well-
Pryor said Bruce was his inspiration.
Prior, before he got into what he was doing, he was like really inspired by Bill Cosby.
He was Bill Cosby-esque.
Yeah, Cosby, yes, storyteller. Never really got into racial tension or anything like that, or anything about race, but more of just his family and stuff
Sure.
like that, his upbringings.
Well, if you saw the movie, he was middle class.
Yeah.
In a
Are you
black
talking,
area, he was middle class.
are you talking about Pryor? Yeah.
Yeah, he grew up in a home.
Yeah.
And, the thing that goes, yeah, his mom was a prostitute in his grandma's brothel. So they weren't the poor family.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. That's why I like Bruce. Like Carlin, I love Carlin. I think he's a genius.
Oh,
Came up with a
no.
ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
Talked about what he heard.
And he was in the military,
Yeah.
so he came out with military money.
Oh,
So
wait, Carlin was in the military?
Carlin was in the military.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
He did more whatchamacallit. He did radio stuff for them and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like that Good Morning Vietnam bullshit.
Yeah.
So like he was enlisted, but he didn't do much fighting.
And he enlisted?
I think whatever it was. Was he
Isn't that the
enlisted?
wild thing, though? You see, like Carlin, anti-war, enlisted when he was a kid. That was his life. Lenny Bruce, single mom, broke as fuck.
Yeah.
She hustled her ass off to get him in.
Yeah.
And
But there's some real comics that actually have a more troublesome upbringing than the others. I don't know. We talked about this in the car. So
yeah,
how some people say that they're whatever, they live on the streets and they live a tough life, but they never did.
and you find out the whole hustle's a lie.
Yeah.
And that's why whenever anyone says like oh well you've been to prison, nope, not ever,
Well,
Yeah.
it's 'cause
never
they-
been to prison.
They want good memoirs to have.
They want good stories. Steve Renna's easy. I was in the fucking towers that fell. I held him up.
But
you
the
know,
thing is if you want a more interesting memoir, live a more interesting life.
that's what people don't understand is it is live your life to get it. But that's what we're getting is we are getting actors who are acting like the rest of us and then going and being actors.
Well, yeah.
So they're so fake, you know.
Well, it's you get one person feeling that actually is having trouble with their lives, something that's different, but then they talk about it. Then everyone else feels like, you know what, that's pretty cool being the victim.
Yeah.
I want to be the victim too.
I want to have the rough life. I
Yeah.
want to have the craziness.
But you really don't want to.
But you don't want to. But you can publish it in a way where people don't even know your past, and you can make it. And people do it on Facebook every day. So it's like I had a really shitty day, sitting in traffic. Like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
You're home all day. You're
Yeah.
writing this
They're
out.
updated from my house.
Yeah, it's like
The location was given.
Yeah.
It's your pool.
I know your address, dude.
people bullshit their lives left
Yeah,
and right.
big time.
So, and then sadly, it's happening in comedy. So people are just saying, I did this night. This happened the other day ago. I'm like, it never happened. So, that's why it's.
There's so
ugh.
many people we know that we could say that.
I'm not calling out any names.
No, I'm not even interested in that. With that, and I love calling out people, but no, I'm not even
There's
with
no
that.
point.
It's just a fake ass life. But again, when you do the fake ass life, and America buys into it, and the sheep buy into it, then the sheep are shocked when that person turns around and says, I'm funny and other women suck, or drops N-bombs because Bill Maher thinks it's okay for him to do it. Then everyone's shocked when they do that. But no, you are buying into a false good.
Yeah.
You're buying into a false hero, a false idol, all these things, and they're not real. And that's what I mean. Again, like I've always said, the coolest person ever, James Dean, was a fucking gigolo for men.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so how cool were you, Dick? But there was a real James Dean, not the sausage guy. But there was,
Dean.
yeah, but there was a
Sausage
real
Dean.
James Dean guy, which was the guy who was kind of on his own.
Yeah.
And he rode around on a motorcycle and he stuck to himself and he stayed pretty
Rebel
quiet.
without a cause
But-
kind of character.
And there's a real dude like that, and James Dean wasn't it.
No.
But they made this like Twinkie boy into this fucking cool idol for all of us for years. Fonzie had his picture on the,
Yeah.
which is perfect because you had a Jew being an Italian hood dating high school girls when he was like 40.
Yeah.
Who was inspired by a gay twink who was the coolest man lover ever. Like the coolest girls loved him and.
Well, as far as
twink.
the JFL thing goes, I want to know how many comics of, like in the past that we are influenced by, would have made it into the festival.
Well, Hicks was in it. He made it
Yeah.
before he died.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, before he died,
Right before he died.
as famous.
As famous. Yeah.
Hicks would have never made it in Unknown Hicks.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, Hicks went to Europe, got famous.
Yeah.
That's where he built his
Came
career.
back to
Yeah.
Texas, got famous, then did America.
Yeah. Because nobody knew who Hicks was when he was at the store. He built in around the LA scene. That's it.
Yeah.
And then the kids in Houston knew who he was, but that was it. When he did go to Europe, and he killed in Europe, and he changed his whole perspective. Patrice O'Neal is the same person. He went to Europe.
Yeah. Because Europe's more open to real comedy.
It's true.
Real cognitive comedy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
And they're aggressive with you.
and funny enough, in Europe, you're more free to say so many things except hateful stuff.
Yeah.
Like except race hate.
Yeah.
They'll literally shut you down for race hate. Other than that, you're pretty free.
And they will rough you up, too. So if you're not
Oh, yeah.
funny, because you're American,
Oh, they'll fucking kill you.
they'll fucking destroy you. There's a comic I knew in San Diego that moved up to L.A., Russell Hicks, go figure, not Hicks related.
Right.
And he was a beast in San Diego. He came to L.A. He's just another fish in the ocean kind of thing. No one knew who he was. He actually moved to London with his girlfriend. Like his girlfriend's going to London, and he's like,
Okay.
"I'm going to go with you." He had no work whatsoever, and he did comedy out there, and he was just blowing everyone out of the water because he's very engaging. He's a very engaging comic where he will just do crowd work. He can do crowd work for 45 minutes. He doesn't really have jokes in a way. He would just do crowd work, and he's not roasting anybody.
Yeah.
He would just point out weird things, and he ate it up. They loved him. He went back to the States and
Didn't care again,
Yeah.
yeah.
So This is kind of how it works. I would rather be in Europe actually doing comedy.
Comedy's dead in America. It's dead in America because of the Eliza Schlesingers, because of the Bill Maher's, because of all these people, because Robin Williams was a horrible joke thief, because all these people were fucking scumbags. Comedy's dead. They killed it.
Yeah.
They killed what was such an amazing thing because they took the one thing out of it, which was being who you are, being original, telling your shit.
They try to make comedy. I think in America is just it's a product now, and
Yeah.
it's Hollywood.
Well, Kenny said earlier in the comments that it's not about if you're talented or not. It's political bullshit.
Unfortunately, she's so right. And Kimmy, except what I will say though is because I'll never be one of those people who are like, oh, I can't make it. Oh, no one's gonna let me in. That's bullshit because there are ways in. There's the internet. There's so many ways.
There's so many outlets.
Yeah, and that's the thing is you could keep me out of Hollywood until I can make my own movies. You could keep me out of Hollywood until I could get in. The second I can get America to hear me, then you can't. You know, like with all of us. Once you can get America to hear you, if they like you, then you can do your shit. So I'm not one. I don't think of it like there's no in. There is. And anyone who's like, wow, you can't get in, it's just no.
You can eat.
That's bullshit. Yeah.
I think comedy died when.
Jeff Ross started acting cool.
No, well, close. It was actually
in a whiny little fat kike.
It was in the '80s when TV deals were coming out for comics, and it's like, hey, we'll make a sitcom around you about your jokes. Tim Allen, Roseanne Barr, the list goes on, and Seinfeld, and it killed it in a way because now comics are bridging into another world. That it's just money, and you're destroying your own craft, pretty much. That's my opinion.
Yeah, Paul Reiser. There was Seinfeld. There was the Paul Reiser show. There was 2 other shows just like it. Seinfeld was a very original concept, but it was great for America.
Yeah.
Because they said, we're going to do nothing, talk about nothing, and you're going to love it. And we all did, and I liked Seinfeld.
I like Seinfeld.
But it's garbage.
Well, it doesn't work in any other country. They don't care.
Because it's utter garbage. It's literally trivial, pathetic, first world fucking problems.
Yeah.
And they appeal to the most fucking people. Like, I would watch a show. I thought it was funny. But I thought, God, I hate these people. I hope they all get hit by cars.
I have nothing bad to say about Seinfeld.
Yeah, no, I just thought it was garbage. I mean, but I thought it was funny. It was just garbage.
It's brilliant.
In that, they said to America, you're styrofoam.
Yeah.
Here's styrofoam. Eat it up.
It's easy. It was the most easiest pilot screenplay, or screenplays for the entire series of the show. Yeah. It's kind of like, what do we write about? Well, that's okay. We'll just work around this lobster. You go out for a lobster dinner, but that's it. And then they'll just all this other bullshit's happening around it. It wasn't like Home Improvement or Roseanne. It was all family. It's all his family shit. And then Seinfeld was just
no kids.
No kids, and
which a lot of America was looking at like, I don't have kids.
They were misogynist. Yeah. And they were borderline racist.
Elaine was a whore.
She was a whore. It was everything that was every taboo.
Every shit thing wrong with the world was there, and everyone ate it up.
Everyone, and then that's what probably makes the show so good. And everyone's like, "Oh, the show is genius," but then again, everyone's a liberal liking the show at the same time. They don't believe in that.
Well, people are really entertained about now is watching people drown.
Funny enough, good segue. I gotta tell you,
I've been working on
no, that was good. That was good. We gotta. That's how to do it.
This motorhome, I've been
we just segued to
which comic drowned?
No, we wish. God, like a pool of them. I always said if 8 million comics died, man, there'd still be 52 million.
That was my. You remember that? I will go to the drowning really fast, but the that fire in Oakland with that warehouse fire.
Yeah.
Where it was like the club and stuff like that, and all those people died. And I'm like, if that was a comedy club and all the comics were in there and they all died, it's like it's a good day for comedy.
Oh, you know how many spots would open up? But I mean, that's the thing is with the guy. Okay, so I believe it was Wisconsin. Am I wrong?
No, Wisconsin is the RFIS chip.
Okay, where did this happen? Do we know?
No.
Okay, so I don't know.
I ran out of data.
What was it? Florida?
Florida. It might have been. It sounds like it should have been.
It was in.
Does someone know where it was?
The drowning, right? They
Yeah.
watched like the teacher or whatever.
No, they watched this guy
A
who had like,
disabled
he had like
black
mental
man,
issues.
Oh,
And like
in,
he was face tattooed and stuff
a,
like
in
that.
a pool or
A lake.
In a lake.
They
Okay.
watched him drown while they laughed.
It was Florida.
Okay, sounds right.
They don't
Makes sense.
have the Good Samaritan law down there.
So, but they are charging them, I hear.
Have a good
With
Samaritan law.
with just not intervening.
Yeah, they're trying to charge them with something. But keep in mind, this was a group of kids. Now, I don't know the race of the kids.
It is
they
Florida.
Didn't show 'em. Yeah,
It
they
is
didn't
Florida.
show them. But, so, the problem is, this was a group of kids. You didn't hear one of them go, should we help him?
Not a single
Hey,
one.
guys, maybe we should help him.
Yeah.
Not one kid in the group thought to say to help this guy dying.
Well, and when he went under the water, the kid was like, one of the kids said, he's dead.
Yeah. Like it was nothing.
Like it was the series finale, and that was the.
Like they were watching World Star Hip Hop. And they think it's not real.
Daniel.
What do you think?
He's like, did you hear the Earth is flat also?
I was fucking
Oh,
with
he was
Earth Flatters the other day ago, and so he's like, I'm glad I got you into the Earth Flatters or the
Well,
whatever
you
it is.
know what's
Or-
crazy though? I don't know much about the flat Earth shit, but I will say this: if it was, that guy could have just walked to the other side. No, but what I'll say is, I don't know for sure it's not.
No, it's not.
Well, but no, but this is what I'm saying. I think it's stupid to say the Earth is flat. I guess we thought it was flat originally.
Yeah, that's because we didn't know anything.
Then we were told it was round, and then we believed that.
Now we're going back.
But what I mean is, I don't know. I don't think the Earth is flat. But I don't know why I don't think the Earth is flat. That's my point. Is I don't know what my proof is that it isn't flat.
I don't even want to entertain that.
No. Think about it. What's your
Um,
proof that it isn't flat?
Well,
Because we have all the mathematicians and scientists that proved it.
mathematicians,
Yeah,
not magicians, but mathematicians.
math magicians.
That's
No,
in The
but
Simpsons.
What the thing is,
I'm
though.
not a magician. I'm a
Yeah,
mathematician.
we did, so to speak. If everything's right, what I'm saying is, yeah,
Then
it's
you-
stupid to me,
then
but
you can't explain shadows if the Earth's flat. Shadows elongating as the sun goes.
what if the Earth was flat, but it was in a constant revolve?
Mm-hmm.
Like it went around in a circle.
Well, then you
Flatly.
you still wouldn't have elongated shadows.
We're gonna keep challenging because
Yeah, I
we've
don't
been
know.
brainwashed since birth. Mathematicians. Ha!
Who's that?
This is Daniel.
Daniel,
Fonda.
agree with you.
Because I go up to the highest point of the United States and I can't see all the way to in motherfucking Europe. That's Jonathan David.
I don't even. want
Jonathan,
to
wait a
entertain
second.
this
No, bullshit. I'm going to say this. I'm going to call bullshit on Jonathan David. Because there's no way you're climbing a mountain. I've seen you, bro. You don't hike. No, again, like I said, though, it's just one of these things where I can't prove it's not. I don't believe it is. I believe the Earth is round. I just can't prove it's not flat.
Yeah, it's like you can't prove that there's an afterlife. So I
That-
don't know. I don't know why.
That's exactly it, though, what you just said. Yeah, you can't prove there's no afterlife. You can't prove there is.
Yeah.
You can't prove without going out into space
Yeah.
and looking at the Earth yourself, 100% that the Earth is round or flat. Simple fact, though. Nobody I personally know has photo proof of any kind of that they've taken where I go, okay, I know this person, they're telling me the truth, da-da-da, where I feel like, okay.
Oh, your comment, Jonathan said you
Almost-
almost made me crash my car
Yeah,
from
he's-
laughing.
I love Jonathan.
But the guy drowning.
Yeah, speaking of laughing.
He believed the Earth was flat.
Yeah.
So do
So
you
he
care
had to
about him?
die.
Do you care about him now?
No, he literally though, but the thing is, he literally was yelling for help and everything else, and they just laughed at him while he died. And I think it's a sign into where our society is at these days. We are minutes from fights to the death,
Yeah. Oh, we're already there because
Yeah.
it's already the
MMA and all that's so close.
the two-party system of just people calling each other out and weird shit, and it's a total, it's a purge. It's like a mini
We're
purge
heading
right now.
toward- yeah.
We're right there.
And what's funny is we do have fights to the death right now. They're just illegal and they're underground.
Yeah.
But there are death fights, death matches.
Yeah, people are fighting each other, and that's why I always make fun of the flat earth situation because people are calling those people out like they're Trump supporters, and it's like let them believe in what they believe in. Who gives a shit? Does it affect your life that they think the Earth is flat?
Stupidity affects my life.
But
see now you got to be real careful when you say stupidity for other views, because without being humans, we have no real knowledge of shit. And it's like me and Theo were talking about the rings on the trees and this and that. And all I was
I
saying was,
remember that whole
yeah,
conversation, so I
Yeah.
get in that context, but we have all the proof necessary.
what proof?
You can research it.
Right, the same way you can research the moon landing, based on photos we were given, based on evidence we were provided.
the moon landing.
Nobody
Stanley Kubrick
knows
film.
for sure. But I'm saying nobody knows for sure. But what I always tell people is always be careful in your righteousness or your knowledge of fact, because there is no fact. Everything can be proven right or wrong. If there's an afterlife, maybe we'll know then.
But you
right
won't know.
Right now, no one knows truth or false to anything going on. What did they say?
Oh, Daniel's really into this moon landings. LOL, so fake.
Daniel's ruining the show.
No. See, I don't have a problem with Daniel, and I'll tell you because this is the thing: is we need people to question things, whether I agree with you or not. Doesn't matter. We need things questioned, and people have brought up great things about the moon landing, why it would have been faked. Meaning, I personally, I've said this. I believe we landed on the moon. I believe we found some real shit, and then they faked a moon landing because they didn't want to show the moon landing. That's my belief. I don't think we
Shit
didn't go
went
to
down on
space.
the
Yeah, I
moon.
don't think we didn't go to space. I think we did for a reason. And they're just hiding the real reason we were there, and they're hiding what's
Which
really
I
up
would
there.
rather entertain that than saying we've never went to the moon.
Yeah,
Well-
no. I've
well-
seen rockets go. I've seen rockets go up. I've watched long enough to realize they didn't come back back down. I also know they landed in other places, and you can see the rocket going out of the atmosphere. So if I can see the rocket leave the atmosphere, I'm going to tend to believe that if we can get there, we probably can get to the moon.
Oh, easily.
So what I'm saying is my own eyes told me I watched a rocket go up. I didn't watch the rocket thing from TV.
Yeah.
I watched it in the sky going up from, what was it, Lockheed or whatever, Air Force Base, the Edwards or whatever it was, and they launched the rocket up, satellite or whatever it is. So we know we have this shit in space. We know we have satellites up there. We know I believe we've been to the moon.
Yeah.
It's just, I believe they were going either for a purpose or they found something and went, oh shit, let's show this.
I just find it interesting because going to the moon was all about the space race. He's really getting into this. The rockets
That's
start
good.
curving, not straight up. That's actually kind of
The
true.
what?
Rockets curve; they don't go straight up. They go up.
Rockets don't go straight up?
The rockets start curving, not straight up.
I don't know. The one I saw literally went straight up till I didn't see it. So I don't know. It might have
okay.
curved at some point. But I think I've seen like 2 launches,
Okay.
like where you could watch them go up.
That's cool.
And I saw them go up. So that's what I'm saying. My own personal seeing, I believe it, that we went up there into space.
I just know that we were in a battle with Russia and China to
Yeah.
get to the moon, and I do believe that we made it to the moon. I'm just saying that I find it very interesting.
Has
that,
Russia been to the moon yet?
No, it was a weird space race.
Well, that was the other thing. Were they involved?
They had their own thing going
Did they
on.
know? Yeah, I know. But I'm saying, did they know really?
They had their own shit
Yeah.
going on,
What would
and then
the-
China was doing their thing
What
too.
would
Yeah.
that guy drowning think?
Okay, we'll get back to that in a second. God damn it, Theo, this is good shit. No, the reason being is because, it's funny when you said that, though, with the race and everything else, and when you look at it, though, they dropped out, but both Russia and China their government has told their people that there is alien life. They have
Which
both
there is.
countries, but both countries have come out and told their people. America is one of the countries left, like a power, that has not told its people, yes, there is alien life.
And we're also the last country that are like to say that there's actual climate change, that there's not climate change.
Is there or isn't there? That's what I'm always
There
curious about.
is.
But there was an ice age too.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Well, yeah, I mean, but see,
I'm just saying.
the
I don't
argument
know
is
anything.
no,
I
but the
can't.
argument is climate change due to what we're doing, or is what we're doing so insignificant on the pimple of the world? Meaning we're such a little pimple on the world that is what we're doing so insignificant that the climate change is just a happening that would happen eventually anyway.
Is it a cycle?
Is it
it's
because of what we're doing, or is it just what happens regardless?
'Cause
Because we know it's
the story of the Great Lakes is the Ice Age.
Yeah.
And so the Ice Age, it was all ice. Like half the world was ice, and then it melted
desert
away.
In the Arabic deserts were oceans.
And then there's whale bones found in mountains, like hundreds of miles away.
Jim Trino. In Bakersfield and Fresno, they find fossils of whales, sharks, things like that. He
they
has
found
a
them, it's true.
megalodon. He has a megalodon tooth.
So it's like is it the planet just living, or is it like and it has a cycle, or are we really fucking it
Are
up?
we the ones fucking it up?
So,
and that's the thing.
Dinosaurs
Theo.
extinct, but we did not put an asteroid on it.
And that's it. I love how Theo's like, I can't believe this.
But
None of this shit goes on in Wisconsin.
Idaho.
Idaho, Wisconsin. I don't remember the places. But speaking of which, here's the thing. So many crazy conspiracies.
Yes.
Horrible conspiracies.
That's what we got.
Except we're going to jump these, and I'm going to jump to that.
Oh, that's a fantastic. I love
'Cause I love that.
topic.
Which one?
Tell us what the RFIS is.
Okay, so RFIS in general is a like a rapture end of days conspiracy that
Well, in the Bible, yeah.
right. Not the Bible, but just based off the Bible.
Of the rapture, yeah.
But the Antichrist is supposed to come back, and they're going to implant a chip in all of humanity that'll let us
The
buy
number.
things. That'll
What would be the number?
666.
Yeah, the number 666.
Yeah.
Which at the time we didn't have chips.
The
Right.
Antichrist is all technological now and just has chips.
Yes.
Now you want to know what's crazy? Put 666 next to it. Like write 666.
It's
real quick.
numerologically.
But write 666 right next to each other.
What does it do? Is it snakes?
No. Look at what it is. 101010 binary code.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought of that right now.
See, that's
No, I did. I just thought of that
I
right
can
now.
get behind that.
No, I literally just came up with that right now because I was looking at it. Why 666, right? But when you look at it, it's really 101010 binary code. I mean, there's more zeros, but I'm just saying if there was a more prehistoric computer system, the binary code might have been 101010 in that sense.
And zeros were like little O's.
Because
that was the
math
chip,
is the universal language, so anyone would have known it if
And-
they had the access to the knowledge. But RFIS, everybody has getting implanted by the Antichrist, getting a chip that is like your debit card, your medical history.
So do you think
your
our
entire human-
our government, our
No.
capitalism is the
Well, that's
Antichrist?
what- this
Well,
is what
here's
it's
the
based
thing.
off.
This is
A
in
company
Wisconsin.
in Wisconsin, where Burger says I'm from.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ohio.
It's from Minnesota.
God damn it, it is Minnesota. Okay, go on.
God damn, I know this.
But they, and this is a voluntary thing, but they've allowed employees to get RFIS chips implanted.
No,
in
no,
them.
they've encouraged employees.
Still
Not allowed,
voluntary.
though, but I'm saying not allowed. Encouraged employees to get the chip to buy snacks, to get their lunch, to
access doors.
check into to time clock in, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
There's employees that have already been doing this in other companies and in other countries, and especially, was it Sweden? Something like that, where they're already doing it. But the thing is, so they're putting these chips in people, and this is how they're going to do things at work.
Yeah.
But remember the family who did the chip. Now we have companies doing the chip. Now in America, we have a company doing the chip.
Yeah.
We're minutes away. I'm telling you guys right now, and I'm saying
No one's
this,
putting a chip in
America, understand this. No one's
off
putting
the
a chip
fucking
in me.
grid.
No one's putting a chip in my kids. The second that happens, you're exactly right. The studio's closed because we're off the fucking grid in
I
a
am not
motorhome.
Well, because what's
living-
going to
Yeah.
happen is they're only going to tell you what they say is. They're like, oh no, that's all it does. But there's so much more.
Oh,
to
it's a
it.
tracking.
It
it's a
shuts down your
tracking
fucking
device.
heart
It can.
easily. You put any electronic chip, you put it somewhere, you could send an impulse into
Yeah.
the chip. If you send an electrical impulse or into the chip or a interruption, you can literally shut down someone's heart.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't get. There's been movies about that where like, yo, you don't have the money. All of a sudden, you can't buy it. Like, you don't do what they tell you. All of a sudden, your chip's dead. You can't eat.
You can't access.
You
your
can't get
money.
home.
I think we are. I mean, yeah, we're getting there. There's one company already doing it, but
Massive companies, one in America.
One in America, but in America in general, things I've learned. 'Cause my roommate, she got a dog. Things I did not know about this country now. Since I was a kid having a dog, every dog needs to be microchipped.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Yes.
It's a law.
Yes.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
That's
you
a
have to
fucking
microchip
law.
your
You got to microchip a dog. So if you're microchipping pets, you're already one step to the.
So do they care about the pets, or do they want you to be comfortable with microchipping?
They want you to be
Partial
comfortable.
programming.
Yeah, you
That's
want to be comfortable to putting that
Slow input.
because they know that it's man's best friend kind of thing. Like, I want to take care of my pet, and so you got to put the chip in.
Yep.
And then I want to take care of my son and daughter. They got to put the chip in, and that chip's gonna be a tracking device, making sure that my daughter doesn't go to that party or all that
That's
kind of
right.
shit.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
gonna
hey
see
guys,
the
guess
dog.
what? You could track your kids. You could do all this.
That's already happening.
Yeah, but
It's
we
already
could shut down your kids.
it's already put in cars.
My ex-wife can see when my daughter's speeding
Is that in the car?
on the app.
In the app. Okay,
Wow.
that I saw that a commercial of
Yeah,
that.
she
Like
called-
that's
She texted me today. She's like, she was doing 52 and a 55.
that's like I saw that. I was like, wow, we're just inching away from something
This
that's
is
really
when
scary.
Technology gets dangerous.
Well, that's what they do. They say, hey, you can track your kid with the app. Hey, better than that, you can track your kid with the chip. Now, here's the thing. You can track your kid always, and they can't get rid of the chip. They can't hide the app. They can't shut it down. They can't do anything. The chip's good.
State by state law. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, well,
Microchip,
but in
pets?
California.
In California.
Yeah, the dogs have to be
Yeah.
microchipped.
I did not know
Um,
that.
But that's what people aren't getting. So what people aren't getting is, yeah, I sound like I'm fucking just 4 seconds from a tinfoil hat sometimes, and all that. But the problem is, I sound that way. But I also sound like many of the movies people pay to watch and think are great.
Mm-hmm.
And be aware. I mean, I know for a couple
What you
hundred
call it,
years.
the Charlie Sheen thing.
Well, but I mean, I know for a couple hundred years people have been talking about the end of the world. I don't think it's the end of the world. The world's not going to end. I don't think we were a civilization that started. I think we were the continuation of a civilization that ended.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the world can't end anyway. The only thing that'll end is the civilization.
People
We
and,
will
and,
end.
and
People.
people won't even end because
No,
there'll be some survivors.
And
That'll
they,
be
they
named Adam
and
Eddie.
they evolve and they change and they become adapted to the system. And so what's adapting to the system right now is being microchipped. And then those people in 100 years will not know what the lives we lived because they are now part of the system.
Right.
A new
And the
system.
employees at the Wisconsin company, they've done it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them have done it, and there's no turning back. You can't just rip it out of your skin.
No, there's no turning back. And so eventually, again, with the pet situation, is that it's going to be a law. I'm not going to say under the Trump administration, but eventually in the next 20, maybe 50, 100 years, who knows, that your newborn child needs to be microchipped.
Oh no, it won't be a law. They will be microchipped at the hospital.
Without your consent.
Yeah.
Stamp them with a
It'll be
microchip.
not a thought.
See, this is something that I'm happy to talk about.
Well, but this is the thing. It has to be everything.
Daniel likes it
the
too.
stuff you want to talk about, the stuff you don't believe in, the stuff you think is ridiculous. We all have to keep an open mind to all the insanity. It's Moshe, the fucking nut job, running back, talking about they're burning people, they're killing people, they're putting them in fucking gas chambers. And everyone going, shut up, idiot, Moshe, you moron. Fuck you, Moshe. And Moshe escaped from a fucking concentration camp, came back to his village to warn them, and they shit on him, and then they were all slaughtered. And
It
this
was
is a
the-
true story, the book Night, Eli Wiesenthal.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what people don't get. That's who we are. We're buying into all this bullshit.
Yeah.
We're pretending it's okay. We're watching these shows. You're watching shows on the WB network and all these different networks, and all you're watching is cute little pixie teens being fucked, little boys being fucked by men, and little girls being fucked, and all this weird shit going on. And that's what you're really watching. And that's what's on TV. And I'm saying it's not reality. It's not telling you, hey, this is what the fuck's going on. They're
Well,
putting
here's the
this
thing,
bullshit
though. Is
out.
this like, besides Sweden, Like, is this happening anywhere else in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
world?
there were a few other countries that were doing it. And, I mean, I guarantee you certain countries will have them. But, see, but that's the thing. Now, that's a beautiful thing, though, that you bring up. Because Africa isn't doing it.
No.
Arabic countries aren't doing it. They're not. I haven't heard shit about them chipping anyone or wanting to.
Arabic countries? No.
Remember,
No.
Saddam Hussein came out too, talking about there was aliens and that there's all this shit. And Saddam Hussein again was wiped out, but the way it went down, it just seemed odd. And it just seems like anytime someone's trying to tell us, "Hey guys, wake the fuck up," everyone wake the fuck up, and they tell people, "Wake up."
Which I'm 1-for-1 with segues. I'm about to be 2-for-2.
Yeah,
'cause
do it, do
Chris
it.
Cornell and
Yeah!
Chester Bennington.
Chris
2-for-2
Cornell and Chester
segues.
Bennington, right? Did I
Yeah.
get it right this time? Is that beautiful?
Tell all.
They,
The photo?
we don't right now because I'm an idiot.
No, you're not.
But the thing people don't get, so Chris Cornell hangs himself.
Mm-hmm.
Chester Bennington on Chris Cornell's birthday
Mm-hmm.
hangs himself basically the same way. They were working on a tell-all book about the industry.
Yeah.
They died.
Both of them.
In
Corey
the same
Haim.
way.
Overdosed.
No, hanging overdose.
Haim. Yeah, Corey Haim.
Oh, you talking about Haim? Oh.
Haim overdosed
overdose.
while writing a tell-all.
Yeah.
So it's almost like they're saying, yeah, go ahead.
We know, Daniel. We know.
We'll find your book before it's published, and you'll be done. And it's like, who was it who came out and said all that shit and then took it all back? A really famous person. The guy, what's his name? His dad was a nut at the Comedy Store. He was on, God, what was his name? I want to say he was on that goddamn Hobbit movie. The movie that people
Elijah
don't- that-
Wood
Yeah, I think it was, wait,
or Sean Astin?
not Elijah Wood.
Sean Astin.
No, there's another name. He might have been in a different movie then.
You said Hobbit shit.
It's,
So
tell me another guy like him, almost like Elijah Wood.
Sean Astin.
No, not in the
No.
movie then. A different.
Is it like
He
a
wouldn't
Lord
have
of
been
the
Harry
Rings style
Potter.
film?
It wasn't Harry Potter. He has a weird name though. Shia
LaBeouf.
LaBeouf.
His
So-
dad hung out at the store.
Oh no, his dad was a nut, fucking
Well, he's a
white-haired,
nut too.
white-haired biker-looking dude. But here's the thing: his dad wasn't in his life till he got famous. Then his dad started popping around trying to get shit from him.
Yeah,
his
yeah,
dad
yeah.
was dirty as fuck. But so this dude, Shia LaBeouf, lost his mind. He
Yeah.
was talking about all this shit going on in the industry, da-da-da-da-da, and calling all this shit out, right? 2 days later, yeah, I was just wrong. I'm sorry, da-da-da, all this stuff. I shouldn't have said anything. And
I
it's,
can't imagine what kind of 3 a.m. death threats he got on the phone.
that's the thing is, that's why you see people coming up and quick and, oh, no, my bad, I shouldn't have done that.
Well, it goes down with Britney Spears. It goes down with Amanda Bynes. It goes down with a lot of these
Yeah.
child stars. Child stars, just certain stars. Some of them are part of that system, and they just keep going, and they fix their. They're okay. They're okay with the shit that they do, and then there's others that are pretty. They go batshit crazy.
You can smoke on
Okay. Oh yeah.
They go. They go batshit crazy.
Mhm.
Britney Spears went batshit crazy.
Well, no. Did she?
Or did you think she just made a scene?
Now, here's the thing. Did she go batshit crazy? Or did she just fucking flip out over everything going on?
I sent you that Katy Perry article.
Yeah, well,
about
she
the
was
mind-
another one. When she
mind
fell,
control tactic.
yeah, when she fell and all that. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, look, like I said, I love my wife to death. But she should be wearing a tinfoil hat sometimes. But then other times, she'll tell me shit where it's like, oh, fuck. And so what I do is, it's like with the Katy Perry thing, she was telling me all this and all this stuff. And then you see these people flip in and out. And then
Yeah.
you start to realize. And the other thing she told me about was the one loopy eye.
Yeah.
Whenever they got the one loopy eye, the eyes don't match. One's bigger than the other.
The Forrest Whitaker.
But it's not like a Forrest Whitaker eye. It's where it looked like electroshock. What
Ah.
happened to the kids back in the day, like the Kennedy girl
Yeah,
that got
yeah,
the electroshock therapy? It fucked up one of their eyes. It like sort of screwed up their almost like a slight paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
And so it makes the eye loopy. and you'll see some of these actors, kid actors and actresses that have it. And Katy Perry's one, and that's the other thing. And she was married to Cruz.
You know what? We ought to bring.
Katy
on,
Perry's married to Cruz? No. You're
She
thinking
was.
Katy Perry?
No, she was married to
You think Katie Holmes?
Katie Holmes is who I was thinking of.
Yeah.
We
Katy
oughta-
Perry was married to
we oughta bring
Russell
on-
Brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Brand
And
has.
John Mayer. She was dating John Mayer.
Well, Brand
the
has
one?
the
Yeah.
interesting.
Brand was a heroin addict. He
he's a
comes
heroin.
from money too.
He came from. Well, he's just like Ferguson.
Yeah.
Came from money. So
Yeah.
But
and
with Bennington and Cornell, they were working on a tell-all.
I'm not surprised.
that's the thing but then why aren't we talking about how they died writing a tell-all?
And Chris Cornell had broken ribs at the time of his death.
So that's
Does
why.
that ever happen when you're home?
And then with
Once you fall, then
Chester,
you do it again.
and then was it Chester or Holmes?
Chester.
Chester.
Chester who had the broken ribs, right?
No, Cornell.
Cornell had the broken ribs?
Yeah.
I thought it was Chester. Okay.
No.
So, but then Chester, they're starting to now investigate as a murder.
Yeah.
And remember, I said that, and they weren't, and then now they are.
Now it's coming
Yeah,
out.
now
that
it's
they
coming
are.
out that it might have been a murder.
Sorry, but hanging yourself right now is talked about with a million people. Everyone talks about it. Hanging yourself is not really the way you want. If you want to take your life away, that's not the best way. A bullet head, you take a gun. There's people that will pills or drowning yourself.
So many things.
There's people I know that there's an artist that I liked a lot that how he killed himself is that he just went to the ocean and wrote his little suicide note, put it in the sand, and he just took his clothes off and just walked right in the water, and then he drowned himself. And so hanging yourself is
But
just
even drowning is a horrible death, they said.
it's a horrible death, but it's just for a celebrity to hang them.
Pills.
Pills isn't a great way
Yeah,
to do it.
kids.
Jump in a
you're
bridge.
gonna do it. Pill it.
Jump a bridge.
I mean, I'm not advocating any type of suicide except for a lot.
I have a friend of mine who drowned, but for some reason he washed up on shore and was saved in the nick of time. But
Oh, no shit.
he clinically drowned.
That's fucking cool.
He's my friend down in Israel right now.
Oh yeah.
Down in Israel.
Down in Israel.
You got an Izzy
Down,
friend?
down is Israel.
I
He's in Ashkelon. And I did
what's he doing there?
Well, living there, but basically in hiding too.
Down in Israel.
Right.
Sounds like a good song.
Former neo-Nazi Jew.
A what?
A neo-Nazi Jew.
Well,
Yeah.
the reason why
Former.
he was a neo-Nazi is because he was in a gang of non-racial skinheads, like ones who were non-racist, but they were hijacked by the American front. in
Wait,
Ocala,
I'm
Florida.
so
Yeah.
confused.
So
A
he
non-racist
There was
neo-Nazi.
there was a big movement back in my day. After the skinheads came out, the punk
the
skinheads.
skinheads weren't originally racist.
Well, okay, well the original skinheads were, but their thing wasn't based in race. They were hooligans in England. The original skinheads, but they were racist. It just that wasn't their MO. Like, I mean, it wasn't their banner didn't say we're racist. It's we're skinheads and don't be non-white. Like, don't be not English,
Right.
basically. And if you're English, you better be a white English person type of thing. So they weren't a racist group, but they were,
But he was in a group that was non-racist.
which was a big thing in California.
Yeah.
Which
and
is, yeah.
So in Ocala, this was all in Ocala, Florida, and they got hijacked by the American front, which David Lynch and Tom Metzger.
Great
were-
dancers.
But you can't and John was his name is John. I won't say the last name, but
Don't look him up on
John
Facebook.
hate non-whitey. No, I'm.
he was Jewish at the time, but when you get hijacked by a Nazi group, you can't just say you're Jewish, so I can't be in the group. So he had no choice but to join.
Why did he just?
Not join. Yeah, I don't understand this.
Like, I'm not going to be at your party, guys.
That's how I'll never
Because if you
understand.
say you can't be a part of it because you're Jewish, then they kill you.
No, you tell him no. I was part of the first sect where it was okay to be Jewish.
No, he had no choice.
Well, remember, you always have a choice in life. That's the thing, kids.
Well, if he wanted to keep his life.
Yeah. Well, you know what though? See, what you just said is a great thing. Yeah, if he wanted to keep his life. And someone had told me a long time ago, I said, someone told me about racism. I go, yeah, no, I get it. I'm Jewish. They go, yeah, but the difference is a black person guy. And he was telling me, and he said, the difference is you could pretend you're not. Because I don't look Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, no, the difference is you want to.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't pretend I wasn't Jewish in a Klan meeting. Because fuck them. Like, I'm a Jew. That's what I am. Lenny Bruce had the greatest bit. How you proud to be a Jew, especially when the whole thing was going on. He's all, that's masochistic. It's stupid. You might be fine with it. You've dealt with it. You've become accustomed. Nobody's fine with it, and that was the thing. Is like, no, but I'm not like, oh, I'm a Jew and I'm so hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that I would never say I wasn't. And I said, that's the difference, is you would say you weren't if you could. I wouldn't. And there's plenty of black people, Latin people, and everything else who also wouldn't if they could.
Yeah.
That could come off looking white or come off looking this. There's women and men that look completely white that are part black. And you ask them, oh, are you Swedish or something? They go, no, I'm this and black,
Yeah.
And they're not ashamed of it. There's others hiding the fuck out of it.
I mean, the thing is like when you're in the American front, you don't take no for an answer. So if you want to hijack a certain gang and recruit them to your force, even if you're not Jewish and you're white, Aryan, Heil Hitler, you can't say no to them, or they think you're...
Speaking of Hitler.
What?
Oh, I guess tell me what a segue of his
Oh, I
own.
like that. What was
Yeah,
it?
it was
Yeah.
great. The Trump boys.
Yeah. Which I got shit to say about that.
This
So.
has been good
Oh, do you? Go for
Huh?
it. Go
Huh?
for it. Go for it.
No, I actually watched this.
Did you watch the whole thing?
I watched it on my phone because I was like, what the fuck did he say? What was everyone talking about? Like, oh, all right. Well, he's just
Hell no, they don't want to do that.
He's just a babbling idiot. He's just talking to kids, and he's just like,
God, it was
that's
fantastic.
all it is.
As I said, it was a bachelor party speech at a
Yeah.
Boy Scout jamboree.
And that's all it was. And everyone's like, no, this is Hitler. He's a Hitler Youth and all that kind of stuff. Like, the kids didn't understand what the fuck
People
was
were
going
saying
on.
Hitler Youth?
Yeah, calling it.
I said that. I
Yeah.
wrote it on there just because the kids were like this.
They were like that before. When Trump came up.
I found the picture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
But-
found the picture and I thought that's funny because it looked like Hitler
Yeah.
Youth.
But people are calling it out like, oh, because Trump is Hitler. Da, da, da.
They
And
put in double the effort of the original Hitler.
Yeah, they went both hands. Yeah. No, I liked it.
And I watched it like those kids didn't understand what the fuck is going on because all he did was just do his
They
mumbo
just-
jumbo
Yeah.
bullshit, and he's just talking to his he's trying to talk to his buddies that were there standing on the stage.
Yes, and he was doing political stuff.
He's doing political stuff. The kids were absolutely dumbfounded what was going on. Like, what the fuck is this? It didn't matter if Obama showed up and did a spiel. The kids would still be zoned out. They don't give a
I like how you
shit.
said spiel.
Well,
It's a spiel.
Well, no, yeah, no. if Obama would have shown up and it was his speech, the kids would have reacted the same way with the same applause and all the same crap. It's because what they're told to do, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was odd that Trump talked politics and was kind of bachelor party speech-like.
Yeah, it was like a drunken, like a wedding. Like, I'm the best man.
Yeah, and he's giving that weird. The one point where he's like, "Who's fucking tonight?" That was weird. Yeah, when he looked out there and he's like, "Who's gonna be fucking?" and it was all the Scoutmasters.
was it?
that raised their hands?
No, we're fucking
Yeah,
each
the
other.
boys just cried.
But the
Damn,
it
not
wasn't
Tuesday.
a Hitler fucking youth moment. It's Hitler Youth in general, Boy Scouts of America. It really is. It's a fucking Children of the Corn. And
well, you know the Scout badge
yeah.
is a torn open asshole.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah, because if you're what is the Scout thing? The main one that you can be?
I forget.
Eagle Scout or
Eagle.
something like that.
Eagle,
Yeah,
yeah.
if you've made Eagle Scout, you have gotten fucked.
Oh,
by a
you
lot of
you
Scoutmasters.
sucked a lot of dick
Yeah,
too.
you did a lot of things, man. People poked your pee hole.
Sold a lot of popcorn
Poked
too.
your pee hole.
Oh, shit happened, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah, I did Indian guides for like a year. when I was a little kid.
You got your pee hole
No,
poke?
no, it was Indian guys. They didn't do that shit. That was the people who didn't
Indian
want to
guys
You know
fuck
did
what?
that.
kids.
Pee hole poke sounds like an Indian name.
It
I
should.
had pee hole
Indian
poke.
Indian
Running
guys,
peel poke, yeah.
they just do a lot of drugs.
Yeah, Indian
and they
guys,
look in the
parents
sky.
probably were, and we went camping and shit, but nothing weird
Boy
happened.
Scouts of America. My dad never. Because as a kid, I was like, all my friends were in Boy Scouts, and I was like, I kind
I
of
want
want
to
to be
get
that.
fucked too, Dad.
And then my dad's like, "You're not part of this cult. I don't want
Yeah.
you part of this cult.
No.
You're playing basketball. I'll put you in karate.
Yeah.
I'll put you in anything fucking else, but you're not going to be in this." And then I watched my friends do it, and they were just doing weird rituals and
Yeah.
shit like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be part of this. It is a cult. And so,
How about the Rainbow Order of Women?
what for the Boy Scouts?
No, you don't even know what that is, do you?
Is that the Girl Scouts?
It's not the Girl Scouts.
Rainbow Order of Women. What the hell?
Ah,
What is this in their club that I don't know about?
it's a very elitist form of Girl Scouts
Is it the top?
that trains women to basically marry a rich dude.
Ha!
And I'm not going by some story. I knew people personally whose kids were in it.
I want to hear this.
And this is for people with money, predominantly. Predominantly people with money. Actually, I want to say purely people with money.
Yeah.
But they have the Rainbow Something Order,
Mhm.
and they basically teach little girls to become women, and they basically have the sugar and spice classes with the
Well-
manners and everything else. They teach them to
The-
walk and
I get that. My sister was in Girl Scouts, and what I realized between the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts is more cultish of just weird, I don't know, weird shit with a bunch of boys just hanging out with each other, and then the Scoutmaster just fucking them. Yeah, that's all
the
true.
Girl Scouts was lesbians.
Girl Scouts is lesbians, but also it was a teaching of seducing and selling.
Yeah.
And like the cookies is a great example.
Oh, I
and
love
so
the cookies.
you take a
Huge profit in those.
you take a 7-year-old girl and you dress her up in a little skirt and you go door to door selling cookies to and some old guys are like, oh yeah, I want some cookies.
I want your cookies, girl.
It's like it was very provocative. That's
I like
what
those Samoas.
that's what my actually was really interesting. My parents, when my sister was in it, they my dad was living in San
Oh, and
Francisco.
your sister's fucking hot.
Oh, thank you.
Oh God, I got a picture in her.
And my mom and my dad were both like, she's not going door to door. We'll be selling the cookies.
Yeah.
We'll
Oh.
be asking the office for cookies. And I don't want her in her skirt going door to door asking, like, you want some cookies?
Thank you, Talbot parents.
Well, that's why the Boy Scout popcorn didn't sell as well.
Yeah, well, because their dicks are not out.
Yeah. Well, not at that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until you get the
I mean,
popcorn.
but that's the thing people don't understand, though. Yeah, it is a lot of
Some of my
dudes.
popcorn.
I mean, it's really a lot of dudes
I got some
that
old maid.
that are way too fascinated with the Boy Scout ways and been in it too many years. And for me personally, I just feel like this: you ain't even got a horse in the game, dog. Why are you still a Scoutmaster? Your kids are grown.
Well, even the Scoutmasters had this whole homophobia of just like, we don't want any gays
Yeah,
in our
we just
want
to fuck the
We
boys.
just want we
Oh,
want
yeah.
fuck, but
Well,
we
that's
want
not
them.
gay.
Some
Not-
Mambila
yeah.
love.
But we don't want a gay Boy Scout because
No,
that's
fuck
going
that.
to be weird.
That'll be
We-
faggoty.
We got to have two
Yeah.
straight guys fucking. We
Yeah,
don't want
that-
we don't want any
Well,
emotion.
no, not two straight guys. No. We're not gonna have that faggot shit in the fucking Boy Scouts of goddamn America. I'm
They
gonna tell you
got-
that right now. Fuck that faggot shit. We're gonna do our fucking. We have oaths. We have pledges. We fuck boys, and that's it.
And they tie square
Yeah,
knots.
none of us Scoutmasters are fucking each other like fags. We're
know what
fucking
I-
the boys.
What I want to know, they're called Boy Scouts, but what are they scouting?
Well, no, they were gonna call it Boy Scouted, but they thought that was too obvious. And
And that's why
yeah.
Cornell and Bennington are.
They were both Boy
there's
Scouts,
a ton,
probably.
dude. There's a ton of these kids being molested all the
They
time.
didn't sell enough popcorn.
There's people, and that's why I say again. I'm gonna go back to what I said in those in the rap music. Man, you can hear motherfuckers calling each other out for sucking dick and doing this and doing that and doing all this shit. You don't do that unless that's what they did.
Yeah.
They're calling them out for real. And we're going woo to the song, and we don't realize they're talking about, like, that. Again, I always go to the Eminem, and I hate to say I'm a huge fan of Eminem's, because I'm probably older than them, and that's weird. But I really think he's one of the most talented artists to come out
Mhm.
in rap. and I think he's an
he's one of
amazing
the
talent.
best.
Yeah, well, an amazing talent, and what he can do is beyond amazing. But it is what it is. And when he's talking about them fucking with hats off, I just believe it 100%. And there's been so much talk about Dre doing that shit, you know. And like I said, you know, it's a weird industry. I don't have nothing against it, man. I get your rocks off however you want,
Yeah.
as long as kids aren't involved.
Yeah. Sorry.
But get your rocks off however you want.
Mhm.
Don't. Why be so weird about it? You know, why make people do that so they can come up when there's plenty of people that'll just do that with you?